Hello, I'm Kim Churches, CEO of AAUW, and I'm so pleased to talk with you today about moving forward with our plans to advance equity for women and girls. I want to thank each and every one of you who has reached out to me, the National Board, and our staff to share your enthusiasm for the new strategic plan and for your commitment to get to work. As leaders of AAUW, we wanted to directly tell you about some top priorities for the coming year and the specific way AAUW members and affiliates can make a real difference. AAUW's strength is in our members and advocates and our collaborative teamwork model. In 2019, we will be prioritizing one of the most pressing issues of our day, improving economic security for all women, no matter their location, age, ethnicity, or background. In the strategic plan, we announced a bold goal to close the gender pay gap by 2030. The most recent census data shows that the pay gap is persistent, with women still only taking home, on average, just 80 cents on the dollar. That stagnation is not okay. We know, together with our AAUW community leading the way, we can finally close the gap once and for all. It won't be easy, and it will require a multi-pronged effort. Advocating for stronger pay equity laws at the local, state, and federal levels, working with employers to improve practices, and embarking on a major effort to train 10 million women in salary negotiation by 2022. We have already generated strong media coverage for our efforts and the cause. This year, our work has been featured in such media outlets as NPR, CNN, Time Magazine, the New York Times, and the Washington Post, as well as in papers in all 50 states. But there's still much for all of us to do. State and local branch leaders have essential roles to play, making sure we stay mission-focused, effective, and energized. We know geography matters. You know your community best, and you can bring members together around key objectives in the effort. For instance, advocating for improved pay equity laws and policies. This is already an area where AAUW is recognized as a national force. AAUW members have been key to the passage of new equal pay laws in red, blue, and purple states. This year alone, bills have been introduced in 40 states, and in the past 3 years, laws have passed in 14 states. Cities and counties are also making change, passing laws in nearly a dozen localities. AAUW members have been at the forefront of these efforts, from Pennsylvania to Hawaii, and we are well positioned to continue this great progress. This year, we're asking branches to double down and keep the pressure on. Call, write, and meet with your lawmakers to urge them to take action to strengthen the laws in your city, state, and in Congress. If your state already has a strong law or recently made updates, help spread the word and push for effective implementation. And we all need to continue to push our members of Congress to co-sponsor the Paycheck Fairness Act and to speak out in support of its passage. Consider organizing a lobby day in your state house, forming a coalition of like-minded groups, and planning rallies or social media efforts to gain public support for meaningful action. You can work with the National Staff's advocacy team to hone your advocacy skills, craft persuasive talking points, and engage your community to use our 2-minute activist tool. This is a key way to make our voices heard at the federal, state, and local level with policymakers. Contact our team at advocacy@aauw.org, and together we'll make change. Another prong in our approach, our goal to train 10 million women in salary negotiation, is a big one, but we're off to a strong start. Reaching 10 million women will require small to large-scale intense efforts. This means focusing on some targeted locations where we have strong partners with government officials, employers, universities and colleges, and others, as well as major promotion of our Work Smart online e-course that will be available for free to everyone this month. I want to set honest expectations. This is about scalability and our ability to reach as many women with this training as possible. Given our limited staff and resources and the many commitments our valued AAUW members have, we will not be able to announce major salary negotiation initiatives everywhere at the same time. But there are still things every member, every branch can do right now. We first piloted a large-scale WorkSmart program in Boston, thanks to Mayor Walsh, employers, and partners. And workshop participants have given WorkSmart positive reviews. This led to 2 major profiles in the New York Times and a showcase of our salary negotiation efforts at the U.S. Conference of Mayors. We've scaled the program so far to 5 other areas, including Tempe, Arizona, Long Beach, California, San Francisco, Washington, D.C., and the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. In August, we announced a major initiative to train 1 million women in the states of Kansas and Missouri. We announced the effort with the Women's Foundation of Greater Kansas City and with the strong support of Kansas City Mayor Sly James. This strategic partnership is bringing other nonprofits and local employers to the table to host and promote workshops. We are in discussions with other states and cities where we are working with local officials, philanthropies, employers, and AAUW members in those areas on scalable, big number, target initiatives that we hope to announce soon. We are also pleased to announce we have support from important partners like Coca-Cola, Starbucks, Luna Bars, and a number of colleges and universities. I also want to recognize the AAUW Muneen Leachy Giving Circle for its generous support of $20,000 in the creation of AAUW WorkSmart Online. This incredible group of AAUW members has advanced so much of our important work over the years, and we are grateful for their leadership in providing seed funding to support the launch of this important tool. So, let's look now at how you can get involved and engage your branch members. As a first step, we are launching the online WorkSmart salary negotiation course. This means we will be able to make the course easily available and free for women all over the country. Please be a part of this. We are creating a new challenge, the Members Mobilize a Million campaign, and we need you to help lead it. Number 1, take the online course yourself. It will familiarize you with the course, teach you the strategies and information, and help you be an important ambassador for the project. Number 2, please share the course and aim to recruit 20 people you know to take the course. Go beyond your AAUW member friends and your branch and reach out to college and university alumni, work colleagues, neighbors, and more. We want to change the paradigm on pay equity, but we need your help. Finally, think about this. If we can get every one of our members and supporters to each share it with 20 people, we would hit 1 million participants of our 10 million goal just like that. Every member can have a significant impact through the Members Mobilize a Million campaign. We will provide email draft copies, links to the online course, and tools for sharing on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And we want to encourage everyone to support the hashtags. We are also asking state and branch leaders to spearhead efforts to connect with opportunities in your communities. In January, we will be sharing an information collection exercise that you can use with your branch members. We know the workforce and economies vary by location. Again, you are the expert on your community and geography, and through this tool, we can gather information about the leaders, organizations, and employers in your area that could be strong partners in our efforts, so we can build informed, collective strategies. This exercise will include a series of questions to help identify strategic partners and prospective funders. For example, it will help you identify local, like-minded organizations that AAUW has worked with in the past, as well as employers, civic leaders, and elected officials in your area who might be receptive to gender pay gap initiatives. Still, I want to reemphasize that the way we'll reach our 10 million goal is through big-scale, targeted initiatives, combined with our national e-course effort, the Members Mobilize a Million campaign. We need to be able to effectively manage and have a positive return on investment in our Work Smart initiative. We will work with you to find ways to bring Work Smart in person to your communities, but again, scaling and phasing is critical for success. We simply cannot be everywhere at once. Conducting the information collection exercises will be an important start and will allow us at the local and national levels to honestly assess our capacity for bringing large-scale programming to a particular area, and whether the local leadership, beyond our extraordinary AAUW member leaders, is ready for such an initiative, as partnerships are key. After this initial local work, your AAUW national staff will work with branches on next steps based on this information to determine effective ways to engage partners and how to become part of initiatives. It is also important for branches to stay in close contact with AAUW National on these efforts, since partnership agreements often have legal implications. Such partnerships must be built carefully and have the financial resources and human capital to be carried out. Another important opportunity: your branch can also support fundraising activities to advance AAUW's economic security and pay equity work, including WorkSmart. I want to especially recognize the Honolulu, Hawaii branch, as they did just that in August of this year, with a generous contribution of nearly $30,000 to support this work. Other upcoming efforts for branches will include focusing on Equal Pay Day campaigns in April and planning for state conventions and leadership conferences. Later this fall, we will be sharing ideas and content for featuring the economic security agenda at your conventions this coming year. But we also want to encourage you to think about inviting speakers and developing programming on the issue for your convention. We want to foster a national conversation on pay equity. We know many of our members have their own experiences with the pay gap, and we want to capture those lessons so we can pay them forward to benefit women into the future. More information on this will be coming soon. I want to close by showcasing 10 easy ways you can get involved and make a difference. These will also be shared in the Membership Matters newsletter and via email. Take WorkSmart online so you can learn the strategies and be an ambassador for the course. Share WorkSmart online with 20 non-members and encourage them to take the course and share it on social media. Make sure all members of your branch take WorkSmart online and share it with 20 people so we can easily exceed our Members Mobilize a Million campaign. Help us learn about your community by creating your resources roadmap using our information collection exercise, which will help identify opportunities and partners to advance our pay equity agenda and support WorkSmart. Support a fundraising drive among your branch members to advance the pay equity agenda, including WorkSmart. Be a part of the national conversation on pay equity by building it into the agenda of your state convention, inviting speakers, and developing other activities on the issue. Conversation summaries can be submitted to become a part of AAUW's national archives. Develop your branch and state strategic plans to complement the national plan, setting goals and objectives specific to your communities. Become a 2-minute activist and urge others in your community to do the same. AAUW's online advocacy tool makes it easy to show elected officials support for policies and laws that promote women's economic security. Organize members of your branch to join in advocacy efforts through lobby days or by using the 2-minute activist tool. And create an equal pay day plan for your branch, including advocacy, rallies, letters to the editor and blogs, social media storms, and additional promotion of WorkSmart and WorkSmart Online. AAUW's National Policy and Advocacy Team can help support your efforts. So please check out the member resource page on AAUW's website for more information. I'd like to express my deepest appreciation to you all. I'm optimistic that we're on a path to closing the pay gap in our lifetimes. That means we'll improve the economic status of women, thereby helping ourselves, our daughters, granddaughters, nieces, and neighbors to thrive. Thank you again for your help in developing our strategic plan and now in helping us carry it out. We all have much work ahead, but we have the focus and drive, and I know that on this first major component, economic security, together we can move the needle toward pay equity by 2030. If you have any questions about any of the items from today, please contact our Connect team at 1-800-326-2289 or 1-800-326-AAUW. We will share updates with you regularly in Membership Matters and broadly with the membership in Mission in Action and on the AAUW website. And we'll share your success stories at the member, branch, and state level with other members so we can scale your good work too. All of us here in the national office are so grateful for your continued membership and commitment to AAUW, as well as your generous financial support that allows us to realize our aspirations and finally achieve equity for women and girls. Now, let's get back to work.